delicious breakfast. I think I've made the wrong decision, honestly. A long time no see, eh? What's a face out of pain? How's it going, Anthony? It's basically the same day for me. I haven't slept yet, so... Well. Different day. Welcome to the stream. Back on the phone. Yeah, I'm on the phone today because, it's back to, like, learning from home for Australia. So all my brothers are on the internet, watching their classes and stuff. So there is no chance that the internet is gonna work with my PC. So I'm using my mobile data because it's not gonna work otherwise. Out of interest, what's the time tonight? You can go on morning stream, yes. How's it going? I'm eating Lebanese bread for breakfast. Plain. Man, you really do live in the middle of nowhere. Australian internet is bad, yes. If my brothers are on class, I can't do anything. But I'm still here. That's the important part. Yeah, I'm not on my PC, but I still made the effort. At least the internet is stable on the phone. Yes, thank you. Just taking care of uni stuff. I will be taking care of uni stuff right after this because I'm in like the assignment crunch time. But I also have to stream. So I'm getting it all good. What time is it there? 10:23 AM. NBN is sus all the time. Jumps up and down. But so does my, like, cellular data, because we live in a spot where we don't even get cellular data. Dumbledore, thank you so much for following. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having an absolutely wonderful day. So we live in a spot where we don't even get cellular data, so we have a booster, and sometimes the booster cuts out for no reason. So it'll be like on and off. It's super fun. It lags for a bit at the start of PC streams, and then it eventually goes. So hey Tang! You remind me I was hungry. Oh yeah. I'm sure you're just craving a dry piece of Lebanese bread. Sounds like you need to move to a city. I'm broke. I live in a relatively new suburb and the cell signal is so bad. It's so bad. Like, thank goodness we have a booster now, because I swear people would come over to our house and be like, you have nothing. You have no internet, you have no cell reception. I'm like, yeehaw, in the middle of nowhere. I am also broke. My house is like a no signal zone. We were like actually told that our house is a no signal zone. The first time, like after we moved in and we complained, we were like, what's going on? And they were like, yeah, just the place where you live, and specifically your house, is like right in the center of the bad spot. Good. In about 2 months I might not be broke, so yay. That is a yay. Absolute yay. This is a deceptively big piece of bread. Like, I'm not even halfway done. Also playing Nintendo music, which I can do now because it won't mess with my actual streaming. So now you guys don't have to complain about the lack of music. What have you been up to this morning? I just got up. I got up. I set up stuff ready to stream. And then I started streaming. Oh, I also brushed my teeth this morning. That's what I've done so far. Is that Lebanese bread from Aldi though? No, it's not. Actually, someone came to remove like a dead tree. Usually we chop all of our own wood and whatever, but this was in a really dangerous spot. So this guy came to remove a dead tree and he said, "Hey, my dad works at a bakery, so here's some bread." Pretty good bread. Well, my dad owns a bakery, something like that. But yeah, we just got given a bunch of free bread. I went out, got pizza, cleaned the house. Better than I'm going, that's for sure. Watch some streams now I'm here. Well, welcome back. Nice guy, yeah. Oh, but I'm leaving dust all over myself. Dang it. Bread dust everywhere. That's embarrassing. If I have to be honest, you have more grit than most streamers and have bad internet. Streaming on a phone while most streamers wouldn't touch their cellular data, so I give you mad respect. If it runs out, it runs out. Like, it's always next month, you know? Toast bread is really good. I wish someone would bring me bread. It's a look. Own it. Great. Bread dust. That's real bad. No. I can't own the bread dust look. Hey, neurotic deadbeat. Welcome. I'm eating bread. I have like homework too. Some big assignments. Oh, what kind of bread is that? Lebanese bread. All thousands of words that I really need to get done. But I'm here. But you know, this is actually not that bad of a breakfast. I mean, like, I'd say it's decently healthy. Hey Viper. I don't know why it's not showing up on my laptop, but I can see it up there, so hi. But I do have the... So I'm about to ruin anything that I would have had going on here. Why is my chat not updating here? I think I might go get some bread now. Yes, bread gang. New cult rules. Cult eat bread. I love that, but I normally like it with hummus. Yeah, look, I grabbed it out of the kitchen because I was hungry and I was about to start streaming and I was like, what is there? And I was like, bread. How can this bread make you fat? Look, it's really thin. Therefore, this bread make you thin. Let me update because it's not showing my chat anymore. Bread makes everything better. My laptop's gone and broken. I mean, I had a small pizza to myself, so I can't talk. Hey, that's fine. My laptop is... fixed. It's fixed now. It was very broken, and now I think it's fixed. I tried to stream on my phone, but for some odd reason it gets hot every time, so I quit doing that. However, my Ethernet cable is garbage. It dips from 5. I can actually see my speed dropping like a rock, so can I. Yeah, my phone gets a little warm when I stream. It's fine. Eating a whole pizza by yourself is a power move. I don't think I've ever managed to eat a whole pizza. I wish I could though. I think I got like almost there. Thank you, Kanar, for redeeming water break. Let me put my bread down. Right. I don't have water. Liquid, I guess. I mean, I could drink this like drop of water that's been in this drink bottle for 2 weeks. I need to wash this. Smells fine. Hey, tastes fine. So, you know, if I die, you'll know why, but nothing like an energy drink to start the day. Yeah, I have assignments to do later. And it's one of the nice big ones. It's not like, it's the 20% more ones. So it's 330 milliliters instead of 225. Also, Blue V is my favorite. It tastes like Christmas punch. I know I brag on about Red Bull, but I haven't had a normal Red Bull in a while. I've been having sugar-free because that's all we've had in the house. And going back to normal after sugar-free was weird. Like, sugar-free is disgusting, but like normal just doesn't taste as good now that I've been drinking this for a week. So yummy. I used to start every day with an energy drink, but I can't anymore. I don't usually, okay? This is the only, like, I'm only doing it because it's the huge, like, assignment time. Usually it's, like, you know, maybe one a week, probably not. But, yeah. I have a lot of uni stuff to do. I've been doing assignments all day. And my mum actually looked at me yesterday and she's like, oh wait, sorry. You are beautiful, stay happy, thank you so much for following, welcome to the stream. Hope you're having an absolutely wonderful day. My mum looked at me yesterday and she's like, you know, after these assignments, you're gonna have to cut down on the energy drinks. I'm like, I know. And it's not even like I can go out and buy them myself because I'm not allowed to leave the house, so don't fret. As soon as these run out, they're all gone, and I'm not gonna be drinking anymore. Assessment's a temporary, stream is life. Yeah, that's why I'm here. I can always do my assessment later. Why are you not allowed to leave the house? Because only one person from your household is allowed to leave your house a day. And because I'm not fully vaccinated, that's not me. So it'll either be my mum, my dad, or Broties. I get my second vaccine like 4 days after my stream anniversary. So I think it's the 8th of October, but I'm not 100% sure. Wow, your lockdown is that strict, man. We probably should have locked down, but you guys are like, nah, we're fine, we're okay with it. Yeah. It's pretty strict. You can't go more than 5 kilometers away from your house, and if you leave your property, you have to wear a mask, unless you're doing strenuous exercise. So even though I live in the middle of nowhere, and when I go on a walk, I don't see another soul, I still technically have to wear a mask. You know, if a police officer was just cruising down the farmland, he'd be like, oh, you're booked. So it's grand. So I haven't even left my property because I don't want to go on a walk with a mask, so I've just been walking around my own property I'm over lockdown. I'm over lockdown too. I'm done. I hate the taste of coffee, so I wolfed down an energy drink. Best decision I ever made. However, combine them with soda. So, in a way, I drink 3 energy drink plus cola. You know, it makes sense because coffee is disgusting, and I'm sure it's just as unhealthy as this. Plus, apparently, coffee is bad for the planet and whatnot. So, who's the real villain? Not me. It's just looked down on. It's a stigma. Get rid of your caffeine stigma, okay? I'm just as an adult as you, and even better so because I'm not staining my teeth brown. Look, I'm not giving off very adult vibes, but energy drinks are bad for you too, though. Yeah, but it's all bad for you. Pick one of the 2 bad for yous. I wish they enforced that here so I can have some peace and quiet again. This is quite a trek, actually. Have you been watching Marvel's What If? I have not. Okay? I will. There's been something that I'm like, oh, once I've done this, I'll watch that, but I don't remember what it is. I think it's because I like to give all of my attention to Marvel stuff. Like, often I stick on a TV show in the background and do something, but like, Marvel's a different thing where I can't just stick it on in the background. Like, I want to have my whole focus on it. So like, when I watched Loki, I had to make sure it was like last thing before I went to bed, and I just watched that. So, and last thing before bed, okay, no. This Nintendo music racking me off. What is that? Last thing before bed in the last little while I've been playing games and I've been doing a lot of assignments, but I will. I can't resist a Monster / Pink Mango myself. I've never drunk a Monster or a Mother because I'm really scared of them because they're really big. And like this is like the biggest I'll go because they're really scary. I think they'd probably hurt me. I found it recently some people don't have an internal monologue. Apparently it's about half the population. Interesting. So let us know. Do you have a little voice in your head that talks? Hey, you only live once. Might as well enjoy an energy drink before you land in a box. Absolutely. I'd actually rather land in a bog. Because being the history nerd that I am, I wanted to be, like, mummified. And I found out that's like $45,000 and I'm like, excuse me. Do you think I'm made of money? So, mummified is out of the question. But, you know what's a natural way to mummify yourself? Throwing yourself in a bog. It's free. So, when I die, I would like someone to chuck me in a bog. Could be really fun. Also, I'll mess with future archaeologists. I thought everyone did. Yeah, it's kind of annoying at times. I also imagine elaborate stories. I had 2 or more voices in my head that never stopped debating. That might be schizophrenia. Just kidding. I'm not a medical professional. This song is mildly annoying as well, but not as annoying as that last one. Is this true that some people don't talk to themselves in their head? Well, if they don't come to my chat, or they're keeping very quiet. Like, I think I do. I'm trying to think right now. I'm like, yeah. I almost had that, but I'm only bipolar. I stopped experiencing schizo a long time. Oh, I'm sorry. This is why I shouldn't make jokes. Dreadful. Just slink back into the cave from whence I came. Almost done my bread, and it's only taken me 20 minutes. To be fair, it was an exceptionally big piece of bread. Like, some people can't hear their thoughts or sing a song in their head. Like, I'm often jamming out to, like... But I don't think, like... It's not like hearing. I don't know. Heads are weird. You're messing me up. Have I ever tried to learn another language? Yes. So, school, I did French when I was in the younger years. Then I moved to a different school, did Mandarin. Then in year 7 and 8, I did French again. I tried to learn Irish Gaelic at one point, Arabic at one point. That was too hard, don't remember a word of it. I had a South African friend who taught me a tiny bit of Afrikaans. I don't remember that. And then I did Latin and classical Greek at uni. And I tried to learn Spanish with Duolingo last year, but then I got sad and left everything and didn't do anything. And I'd like to go back and brush up on classical Greek again. The only one I sort of remember is like bits and pieces of French. The smartest man in the world! Thank you so much for following. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having an absolutely wonderful day. That's incredible. I'm struggling through Norwegian. That's so much fun. Hope you have a follower who has all the answers, yes. I don't know where you're at, but like, I feel like finding a tutor for the Norwegian language might be difficult. Shut up. Maybe Nintendo Music was the wrong... I'm going to a different mix because Nintendo Music is making me rage. Okay, we're going with some lo-fi music or something. Because it's making me exceptionally angry. Alright, 25 minutes in and I've finished my piece of bread. I have a 100-day streak on Duolingo. I was super enjoying it at first, but now I'm just doing the minimum to keep the streak going. Any of you played the Stanley Parable? If yes, thoughts? I don't think I've played it myself. Like, I think I watched someone play it, but I don't remember anything about it, but I remember the name. Hey! Hello, hello, hello. Scared Soy, how's it going? Looking forward to summer because I hate being cold and it is really cold. Plus, more people, you get more views in summer. You know, no one likes jackets. They want to see like, shoulder. So like, even if I sit like that, more people are gonna come in. I don't want my shoulders to get too cold. Well, I'll run a test. See if this helps my experience. Gotta run and post something. Have a great stream. Bingo, thank you so much for stopping by. It's absolutely wonderful having you. Yeah, let me look that up. Yeah, just from pictures, I don't remember it, but I know the name. Not Sam, thank you so much for following. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having an absolutely wonderful day. Hi there, Night Shot. That's a good one. Well, thank you very much. They are pretty nice shoulders. I remember I used to be insecure about them because when I was in year 8, a boy was like, wow, you have really masculine shoulders. You have really broad shoulders for a girl. I was like, my feelings are hurt, but it's fine. I can beat him up with my shoulders. So I've, like this, I never used to wear tops like that, or like that, because, and I don't even have that broad shoulders actually, but I was just stressed about it after that. So you're more of a hot girl summer kind of girl instead of a cool girl winter kind of girl? I don't like being cold. I'm like a lizard. It's too many songs annoy me. Shut up. Shut up. Right. Yeah, too many songs annoy me, but I am like a lizard. I don't like being cold, and I get cold very easily. Like, my fingers are always cold. So, if you touch my fingers, they're cold. My nose, freezing. I am at my most comfortable when it's like 30 degrees. I'm like, ooh, yes, nice. It's nasty. I don't like being cold. So, yes, definitely more of a summer person. In winter, I spend all of my time under copious amounts of blankets. Like, you see me like this, that's grand, but I live in a nest in winter, basically. I have, like, so my pajamas right now, I have 3 shirts, just layered, because I get so cold. I'm not even joking, I have an undershirt, a middle shirt, and a jumper. And then I have, like, my sheets, 6 blankets, my doona cover, my extra blanket on the top, and then it's been very cold lately, so I've been putting my hoodie on top of that, which I also exclusively wear in winter, constantly. He was just comparing you to Twigs. You don't, some kids are just good at zoning in on insecurities. It's a lot easier to warm up than cool down. Incorrect. As someone who's always cold, it's a lot easier to be cold. Plus, my summer wardrobe is so much cuter. Like, I like wearing little tops and skirts, and sometimes I just get sick of wearing pants, okay? I'm, like right now, I'm sick of wearing pants. I just want to wear a nice dress, but my legs would get cold. So, you know. What about your feet? Have you been told you have poor peripheral vascularity? I wouldn't know, because I constantly wear socks. Constantly. At least in winter. In summer, I do wear sneakers all the time as well, but I also wear thongs, and it's pretty okay. And by thongs, I mean flipping flip-flops. Or, oh, I don't know what they're called in the UK. What are thongs called in the UK? I feel like they're like there's some stupid name. What are thongs called in Britain? No, come on. They're called something really stupid. I can't find the word. I swear. They're called something really stupid, I feel. I'm gonna look up what a flip-flop's called in the UK. See if that helps. Because I feel like they're called something really ridiculous. Like, sandals, yes. But I thought there was something like, you know, like gumboots are called like Wellingtons or something. Wait, thongs are flip-flops? Yes, they're called slippers. No. We call them flip-flops. Oh. You actually okay. I would rather sleep naked with 3 to 4 blankets than wear a shirt with less blankets. Blankets are incredible. Like, even in summer, I have a ceiling fan, which I turn on because the air moving is really nice. But I also sleep with a doona cover in summer. I can't sleep with just a sheet because I get too cold. So I will sleep with a sheet and a doona cover in summer, with the fan on, as well. But yeah. No, like, okay, so what you would call thongs in America is what we call like G-strings. Like, yeah. And then I don't know any other word for it. Like, up your crack undies. I don't flippin' know. Wellies, are you thinking about them because that's a dumb name? But a very different shoe? Yes, I know it's a different shoe. I just said it's like calling gumboots something ridiculous like Wellingtons, because I thought flip-flops were like, in the UK, I thought they were like some stupid name like dollywhackers, but not that, you know. Just like pish pish poppity bop. Here to ask a question. Interesting way to spell here. I am single, yes. Thongs of butt floss here. That is probably the most interesting name I've heard for them. But yeah, Once upon a mum, good morning. We were just talking about, I stupidly said that I like to wear thongs in summer, but I also wear like sneakers all the time, because and then we went on a whole rant about like, oopsie doopsie, that's a different. I'm not aware of that, sorry to disappoint. It might be something else. It may be some other form of shoes that I'm thinking that have a ridiculous name. I'm not sure. Also, your daughter is cold, put the heating on. We don't have heating. We have a fire and that's already on. It takes a while for the fire to warm up the house though. Yeah, the fire is on. Oh boy, can of worms. Actually, speaking of a can of worms, I told the story last night about the creepy chiropractor, if you remember that, which, how could you forget? And that was a trip, that one. Psychic Pack, thank you so much for following. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having an absolutely wonderful day. We have aircon. We do have aircon. Like, not where I am though. Which is fine. I just like wrap myself in blankets. When I need to. Otherwise I leave my door open. But my door's closed right now because my dad is working right there. So I would disturb him with my shenanigans if I didn't. Ew, he was so gross, yeah. Mum knows what's up. Mum knows what I'm talking about. Ooh. Imagine keeping a parent out from a child's appointment. Well, tempting. So do you? I already answered that question. If you didn't hear me, I ain't answering it again. Do exclamation mark boyfriend if you really need to know. I forced my way into that room before he molested. Yeah, it's creepy as heck. Grossest man ever. Oh wait, no, my other question. Do you separate the art from the artist? really depends who. And it depends what they've done. So like, I personally don't like listening to Michael Jackson music just because, you know, Kitty Fiddler and stuff like that. It really depends. But I suppose you don't always know. So I'm sure there's a bunch of stuff that like Harvey Weinstein has made that I don't know he's made. But it's a hard topic, it really is. It's just about like your own comfort level, I think. But I think people are super into like Michael Jackson and are still so obsessed with him and put him on a pedestal even though he's done terrible things. And I don't even think that's separating the art from the artist. I think that's just like celebrating the artist, which, okay, you can really love that, whatever. But I personally wouldn't feel comfortable with it, you know, just knowing the history there. Pusrani, thank you so much for following, and Marco, thank you for following as well. Welcome to the stream, hope you're both having an absolutely wonderful day. Hi, I live in your walls. Oh, that must be the noises at night. Could you like keep it down around 2 AM? That would be really helpful, because, you know, some of us have got to sleep around here. But yeah, you know, let me know your favourite food. I'll chuck some down the walls for you. Do you listen to trap/rap? I don't. I don't think, I listen to like trap remixes of video game music. So if you know Fairy Fountain from Zelda, there's a cool trap remix from that. That's really fun. But I don't usually. I went out with a guy for 1 month, like last year. As you can tell, went super well. But his favourite genre of music was like SoundCloud rap. And he was like, oh, listen to this song, it's so good, you need to listen to this song. And it was so bad. Like, I have no issue with rap. No issue with rap. What I do have an issue with is SoundCloud rap. Because it is so bad. It is so bad. Oh. So I don't usually listen to rap, but you know, songs with rap verses, that's cool. I listen to like a lot of like folky kind of music and musical theatre, a whole bunch of different types of music. I only listen to Mongolian humming. Well, that's excellent, honestly. You know, you should listen to that in the walls. When you're chilling in the walls, I'd like to have a listen too. Alright, why would you not take a medicine if the creator was a terrible person? Okay, well, I probably would if it was gonna save my life. It's very different to optional. So like, listening to a song is optional. Taking a medication that you need is not optional, you know? SoundCloud rap, bruh, I know. Everyone's like, did you listen to Donda Life or Death Wish? I don't know. Actually, no, my phone is there. I was like, let me look up the name of a song, but I don't remember. But I was like, wow. You know when someone sends you a playlist of their favourite music and like, you have to listen to this, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna listen to it. And then you just sit there giggling because it is so horrific. Well, most medicines are created by corporations that are trafficking human misery for profits. Donda by Kanye West. I don't listen to Kanye West. I don't listen to a lot of main celebrities. My Spotify playlist is questionable at best. I have a whole playlist for Irish folk music. Like, I have a, like, my tastes vary by the day. So like, I also have a Panic at the Disco playlist, and if you say ew, I don't care. I don't, and you can fight me. And I also have musical theatre playlists. Like, it really depends. I listen to a huge variety of music, unless you're like a main celebrity, and then I don't really listen to you. There's a lot of other music out there. There's other medicine in this flawed example. Yeah. How rude. Do you listen to Nirvana? Not really. I like know the songs. They played at the climbing gym that I used to go to before everything was locked down. One of like my best climb, when I first started climbing, I was really weak, and the big wall, so like this massive wall was like my goal, and the first time I finished the massive wall, I climbed to Smells Like Teen Spirit, and I still remember it. I don't know much about grunge, no. I'm a little boring, I suppose. Good for you. Just don't do it too hard, because then you'll get more than what you bargained for. And that'll be messy. Have you seen Schmigadoon? I think you'd like it. Oh yeah, my dad showed me the trailer for that and said that I should give it a go because it looked really good. What's my favourite musical? Ooh. Right now I'm loving the music from Waitress, but I've never actually like seen it. But my favourite musical... Les Mis was gorgeous when I saw it. I loved that so much. I also saw Frozen on Broadway and that was amazing, but I wouldn't say it's my favourite. I saw Beetlejuice and I cried the entire first act because I was so excited, because I'm a little bit of a Tim Burton fan. So the last time we went to New York, I saw Beetlejuice, and then I also forced my family to go to Beetle House, the like Tim Burton inspired bar. The decorations were incredible. So I'm a little like, I love claymation, I love stuff that's cute and spooky, so that's probably up there because it's very good, doesn't quite get the ending right, but really good. Back to the Future musical is very, very good. I haven't heard of that one. Yeah. Like there are so many good musicals out there. I'm like struggling to think right now. Oh, you're a Halloween girl. I've never actually celebrated Halloween. It was never really a thing. Like when I was a kid, not a thing. It's only like in the last couple of years that people actually celebrate it here. But I do like the aesthetic, and I do get excited with the movies, and yeah. I've done, like, I do cosplays and stuff. It's super fun. Hey Blaster Dark, how's it going? But I love like the weird Tim Burton aesthetic. It's pretty cool. Yeah, so welcome Blaster. Back to the Future launched just before the pandemic started. They had their run shut down. It's back now but moved to London. Oh. There are so many good musicals that were shut down. You know what is the best revenge ever? Beetlejuice was raking in the funds. Like, theatres were sold out. Every show. It was going so well. And then stupid Hugh Jackman. Who steals the Winter Garden Theatre out from a show that is absolutely going off? And you know what? Ha-ha to him, because COVID shut him down. What a stupid fellow. You don't just cancel a show that is doing so well. You don't. Blaster Dark, thank you so much for resubscribing. Absolute madman. 4 months. Yeah, big pog. 4 months. That's incredible. Yes, big hype. It's crazy when you think about how long it's actually been, isn't it? Here. 4 months is a massive feat, and no one's been on the board yet. You're going on the board. My chair's gotten more loud, I swear, since I put WD-40 on it. Just ignore. Ignore my chair. There you go. Been following for 10 months, 12 days, 11 hours. Oh my goodness. That is insane. You've almost been there since the beginning. Especially it's like 1 and a bit months till my Twitch anniversary. And you've been there since like the beginning. That is crazy. Wow, well, on the board. Auntie Jeff has got you beat. So does Once Upon a Mum. I think actually, if you guys, I've rated her a couple times. Natalie, she was, I think, my first follower, and she followed me like 2 months before I actually started streaming, because I had reached out to her and I was like, hey, you know, you're a streamer and I'm thinking of moving into that sphere. What do I have to do? And she helped me with starting up my channel. So I think she's actually my first ever follower, and I think she probably even beats my mum. But yeah. That frog. I love him so much. Rainbow somersault frog. I need to stop looking at it, because otherwise the whole stream would be me staring down, looking at this frog. Oh cool, I think I found your one through her rating you. That's so cool. Well, yes. That's how we knew each other as kids. My mum likes to tell a funny story that when she was, I think, when my little brother had just been born, I was at her house. So Natalie, the other streamer, we were little kids. I was at her house for a play date, and her mum made like something for us for lunch, and I was like, I can't eat that. And her mum was like, why? And my mum was like, why? And I was like, I can't eat onions when I'm breastfeeding. Because you know how kids like look at the world around them and copy everything, because my mum had just had my little brother. And so I was like, ah. And so I was like, can't eat onion. The craziest flipping children. Children are weird, man. Children say the stupidest things. So yeah. And we almost had a band together as well. I don't think any of us could play instruments, but we were like, oh, it'd be so cool to have a girl band. We were like, I don't know, 9 or 7. I think it was between 7 and 9. But yeah, so that's the history there. And then we lost touch for a couple of years and kind of met back through the internet. And here we are. Oh, what face? 6 months, 8 days. Has it really been that long? Wow. It does not feel that long. That is crazy. Oh, my phone just got me a notification that Discord pinged me. I'm like, hey, thanks. I know. Oh! Mustang, thank you so much for subscribing. You know what? It's a slow stream. You're going on the board too. 10 out of 10. How do we go? Mustang, 0326. You guys can see the board, right? The chat is blocking it for me. Yeah, you can see it. I don't know if it's flipped or what, but it's there. So thank you so much. Welcome to the cult. If you join my Discord, or if you're already in there, incredible. But if you join my Discord, you can get access to sub-only chat and also all of the fun times we have over there. It's a little chaotic, but as are my streams, so it's a lot of fun. Yeah, 6 months ago, Auntie Jeff told me about your stream in a nursing lab. She was so proud of you. I'm glad. My grandparents are too, which was the biggest shock. Like, that's why I could stream at their house. You're welcome, no worries, and enjoy your milkshake, because that's what the sub badges are. Yeah, so when I first, like, the internet was so bad, and I was first going to ask my grandparents, and my mum actually was like, let me call them up. My grandmother knew before, and my mum was like, here, because my grandmother came into my room and she sees this whole setup and she's like, what is that? And my mum's like, okay, don't freak out, don't freak out. But basically, my daughter sits there on the internet in front of people in real time, and my grandmother was like, are we worried about this? And my mum's like, no, 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 no. But my mum called up my grandfather because she's like, let me explain. And she's like, you know, she sits there, she plays games, she blah, and he's like, okay, like, he still doesn't understand it. He doesn't understand why, he doesn't understand exactly what I do, he doesn't care though. They were so happy, they were like, oh, come on in, you know, we set up a bed for you in case it goes too late and you need to stay over. They were super nice, and I'd come in and he'd set up a little heater for me because it was in the middle of winter and I was so cold, and he'd like, do you need a drink? Do you need something to eat? And I'd be like, no pa, I just ate dinner. But they were like, I rang them up a couple of weeks ago just to chat. We were having a nice chat about how everything's going because I haven't been able to see them in months because of, you know, quarantine. And they were like, and how's streaming going? And I was like, oh, they remember. But yes, grandparents are proud of a streamer. My other grandmother doesn't know. And I don't think she would get it at all. Grandma thought you were an OnlyFans girl, yeah. She probably heard, like, sitting in front of people on the internet, and she's like, No. Glad they're supportive now, they kind of understand it. They sort of do. They still have no real idea what's going on, and they're like, I don't know why this is a thing nowadays, but if it is, good for you. You know, if you're managing to do it, heck yeah. Tang is pretty sus, by the way. Yeah, but they don't think it's a sus thing. No, they don't think it's a sus thing. They're like, made sure, like, come back if you need to, you can use our internet whenever. And like, I'd be setting up and my grandfather would grab the other end of the Ethernet cord and be like, I'll plug it in for you. So it was really nice. Oh. Things escalate quickly here. It does happen. I played as an imposter and won on the final game I played yesterday. Very nice. That is lovely, yeah. Can't believe it's only been 55 minutes. Feels like so much longer than that. You can definitely see the edge of my PC. I am so sorry. It's fine. Also, my mirror is filthy, and I didn't even touch it. It's just... like, that ain't my handprint. That is huge. Must have been one of my brothers. Like, that handprint is flipping massive. I just noticed looking in like the reflection there, I was like I think you can crop the webcam in the OBS. Yeah, this is an OBS. I'm on my phone because all my brothers are doing school online, and it's using all of the internet. So using cellular data, but I can go like that's good. Prob's the high bro. Yeah, probably. Brothers sneaking in. They do that. Like, oh, Bro Tease came in recently. He walked into my room, screamed, and walked out like nothing happened. I don't even think he was high at this point. I think he just craved attention. So yeah, no, I was on a like Zoom call with my friends recently, and I had all 3 of my brothers standing like behind me just looking because they're so starved for like human contact. And they hang out in my room sometimes, so yeah. Definitely need to upgrade internet. That's the issue though, we have the highest internet for where we live right now. Just waiting for Elon Musk to make his special internet available where we are, I suppose. And then maybe I can stream in 1080p. I don't know, guys. Caught in 4K maybe. What friends? I don't have any. What are friends at all? Friends are people you have dreadful obligations to look after. Just kidding. Got to move the house. Then the only solution. Yes. Maybe I should take the whole property. Like, just cut around the edges and like, someone tweet Elon. That's the easy part, you know? If I get really famous, then I can tweet Elon and be like, Elon, please! Starlink should be available around now, actually. Okay. Yeah, someone said September. So that's when I've been expecting it to be like actually. But yeah. It's stupidly expensive though. But I kind of understand why, because if you're launching a bajillion satellites, it makes sense as to why it would be expensive. Because, you know, satellites aren't free. I only know NBN. It's really horrific. I don't know if I hate this song. I think I do. It just takes like 700 to set up and pay for the first month. Yeah, it's so... But, you know... What do you do? Like, it's stupidly expensive, but... I tried to show... Wait, no. It's... Chat... Jump me back for a second. Jump me back to flipping... 10:30. Why? Is it, like, I stopped doing... I used to stream Monday mornings. My schedule used to be Monday morning, Wednesday night, Friday night. And I stopped doing Monday mornings because I had class on Monday mornings. And, you know, it's kind of like, this is fine. I'm used to this. This was my, like, every week a while back. If we can somehow save 9,000, then I'll be able to upgrade. Yes. That's achievable. I mean, worst part for me right now is that I'm like losing money a little bit. So I'm having to like refund people's deposits for parties that they booked at the end of the year because it's totally not gonna happen. Which is super fun because like we booked these parties before lockdown and then lockdown happens and I'm like, oh, yay. I know, sad indeed. Sad indeed. But what can you do? So I've been playing a lot of Apex recently, Apex Legends, and I've been having an absolutely great time. The only issue is that I don't actually play it all that much, and Tiny Tease plays it a lot, like every spare moment, and he's gotten really good. And it's like the first time that he's better than me at a game. And it horrifies me a little bit, because usually he comes to me and asks for advice. And I'm like, my credibility is leaving. Who am I if I'm not the helper of games? Like, it's giving me an existential crisis. Also, I was bullied by a 12-year-old. It hurt my feelings. I was playing in the middle of the day, okay? Usually, I only play around midnight because that's when actual people play the game instead of 12-year-olds. But at one point I was playing the game, just chilling, because I want to get better so I can not be worse than my 12-year-old brother. But anyway, I was collecting some supplies and then this stupid child gets shot and he's like, oh, just stand there while I die. Wow, you're really good at this game, aren't you? And I'm like, bro, if you were good at the game, you wouldn't have died. But yes, a 12-year-old bullied me and now my life's... Stupid children. I hate children. Not a fan of Apex. See, I want to play some Valorant, but I'm scared because I'm not good. I don't usually play shooters. Apex is the first shooter that I've kind of gotten into. I'm thinking of getting into some Valorant soon. Apex is nice and colourful. Oh no, cool big sis might not be so cool anymore, I know. It's so upsetting. It's so upsetting. Isn't their reaction time better? Like, your reaction time gets worse the older you get. Don't say I'm old. Maybe, but I think it's just practice. I think I just need to keep practicing because I can't let a child be better than me at something that I'm usually very good at, compared to them at least. But instead of practicing, I did take a break and decided to keep playing through Totally Accurate Battle Simulator because I like it when the funny men fight. I'm like, could I play a game that actually requires skill? Yes, but right now my brain is mush and I want to see some little men with swords stab each other a little bit. Yeah, but it doesn't fall off till 22 to 25 really, sometimes longer. In any very noticeable way. Okay. I still have 4 months until I'm senile. I'm gonna be okay. If I can smash out the skill now. Are you still playing Resident Evil with him? Sorry, Mom. No, because they have stolen my controller. Yes, I could finish Resident Evil off with a WASD, but I don't know the PC controls. I was playing it with controller, and I was absolutely dominating it. If you guys at all remember me playing Resident Evil 8, I was garbage. I chucked on a controller because that's what I've always played with. I'm actually getting good at WASD now. Now that I'm playing Apex, I'm actually getting decent with like using a keyboard, which is the main thing. But I really wanted to be like, okay, let's smash at a game and not use any controller. Let's actually get good with a keyboard instead of plugging in a controller anytime I do something. But for Resident Evil, I was like, no, I need my controller. So I don't actually know the PC controls. But as soon as I plugged in my controller, I was actually really good with Resident Evil. So I'm like, I should have just had a controller for Resident Evil 8. I wouldn't have made a fool of myself and had to switch from like normal mode to easy mode. But no, my controller's been stolen by my brothers so they can play Apex. And so now I might need to just buy myself another controller, I don't know. WASD is the way, PC Master Race. Controller life, sorry Tang. Ooh. If you get Halo MCC on Steam, it's got like 6 games in it with single player and multiplayer, you might like it. Oh, cool. Most esports people are like 16 to 19 because they're at their peak and have time value after getting trained. Oh, all the young people. I don't want to be old. Oh, is this a poll? That's a good idea, I'll make a poll. I don't want to be old. I'm already having an existential crisis about my entire early 20s being wasted. Like, my mum came up with a thing. I refuse to turn 22 this year. I'm turning 20 again because I turned 20, we went into lockdown. I turned 21, we went back into lockdown. Goodbye my early 20s. Setting up the poll now. Alright. Cast your votes, lads. Oh, getting votes in already. Keyboard and mouse is winning 2-1. Bless you, thank you. I don't know if anyone else is gonna vote, but cast your votes now if you would like to weigh in on this conversation. I feel like I'm getting a little like red mark there where I've been using my mouse so much. Not so much on this hand, but I feel like a little spider. When I'm like doing my keyboard stuff, I feel like my hand is a little spider. But I'm so proud of myself. Because I only played like console stuff because we never had like a gaming PC, and now I do. Getting used to keyboard, I've done it quite quickly, I think. And I'm like getting used to like knowing where the buttons are and stuff. I'm proud of myself anyway. Oh, keyboard and mouse is 4-1. Only one person likes controllers. So here's where I stand with controllers, I think. There are some games, even PC games, where it is just better to play with a controller. So like Little Nightmares, for instance. I wouldn't dream of playing it without a controller. Why? Because of the rumbles. You're playing, and then if something's coming and it starts like shaking, it's so much more immersive. And for a game like that, where you're like really invested, and like I like to turn my lights off so that I'm like centered in on this, and it's like there's spooky things happening. It's just so much better to like be able to feel the vibrations, I think. Even in Resident Evil or something, when something's chasing you and the controller starts like buzzing and you're like, I just think like there are some games where like, okay, yes, keyboard and mouse for skill, absolutely, but for immersion, I feel like controller is the way to go. I don't know, if you disagree, you can fight me on that, but that is my opinion. If I am playing a game where I really want to be immersed, I must choose a controller, just because I'm like, I don't know, it just adds that extra dimension of like, but yeah, keyboard and mouse has come out supreme in this poll, so congratulations if that's you. RIP controller users. Yeah, I use a mix, I think. I'm starting to get better with keyboard, so I'm very proud. But I still have my race car mouse. One day maybe I'll get a proper mouse, but for now, the race car serves me well. I guess, but I bet they make a mouse with a vibration thingy in it. Probably. But if you have two hands and it's on one side of you, one side will rumble. Or if it's like all around you, both sides, you know. Like, what? My race car mouse looks uncomfortable. Look at that. It's stylish. What's wrong with my race car? I think it's okay. I don't know. It's a race car. Yeah. Race car mouse is a Mustang. It looks like an average car to me. It says Tuscan on the front. So I don't know if that's a Mustang. It's called Street Mouse. An original Street Mouse product. It's also a little dusty. Of course it is Mustang. Ah! That's a Porsche, I think. Oh wait, my race car is a Mustang. I should learn to read. I don't know what kind of car it is. It looks like just an average car, but yeah. That makes sense though. Tang reads better than me. The amount of times I've misread a comment because I'm an absolute idiot. Reading is hard. Especially when it's small and it's all the way down there. Oh, it's such a bother. Oh, okay. I'm taking a bathroom break. Hold up. Manage goals. Set a sub or follower goal. That's a new thing. Interesting. I'll add that and see what it does. Alright. By the way, announcement to all, Mustang is the cool. Wait, Mustang? I see what you did there. Alright. Beer a bit. If you're not a subscriber, you will see an ad. And if you are, you get to jam to music and look at chair. Which, that's the real reward, isn't it? stream, hell yeah. You single chair? Look at the arms on that chair. Wow. So hot. Unfortunately, I'm back, so, you know. Guess we just have to deal with that. Mustang, why'd you hack Tang like that? Oh. I'm kind of chilly. Like, it's cold today. What's it? It's 16 degrees. Nasty. That's Celsius. In case there's any crazy Americans out there. Or, you know, that's Celsius for all of us sane people in the rest of the world. Actually, is it just Americans? What countries use Fahrenheit? Oh! A few countries, okay. United States, Bahamas, basically the same thing. Cayman Islands, Liberia, Palau. The Federated States of Micronesia? And the Marshall Islands. What the flip is the Federated States of Micronesia? I have never heard of that, and I'm decently okay with geography. I mean, look at my room. I have a world map on the wall. I have a globe over there. I have an atlas of historical maps. What the flip is a Micronesia? The Federated States of Micronesia is a country spread across the western Pacific Ocean, comprising of more than 600 islands. Micronesia is made up of 4 islands. Oh wait, or 4 island states. Show me on the map, please. Where on earth is a Micronesia? Just above New Guinea. Huh! Would you look at that? Yeah, can confirm the Federated States of Micronesia are on the map. Never knew that. We learn something new every day. It's like Micropolynesia. Okay, well, other people knew. Apparently I'm the idiot here. I'm the idiot. Which is normally the case, but you know. 60 days till the next Steam sale. I just looked. Nice. I think like the Black Friday sale should be coming up. The Black Friday sale, I was so proud of myself. That's when I got Outlast for $8 and I was like, hee! Which I'm still to play. That was a sub goal and I promise I will play it. I need to use my grandparents' internet for that one. And I was planning to have it done by now. But as you know, we have a little situation here in Australia, which means we're not allowed to leave our houses. Wow, a chair. Not at all. I watch too much travel shows, that's it. Okay. I never heard of that before, but it's right there on the map. Just, wow. Hey, tongue punching! It is going pretty good so far. We learnt about a new set of islands, I did, because I looked up what places use Fahrenheit, and I found a whole new island nation with 600 islands that I just had no idea existed. Mum preferring chair over her daughter. I know! I may as well not be here. Just, I'm back. Hello, Mum. I'll leave. Is that better? There you get the chair. You can still see my back, so it's, you know, disappointing. Everyone prefers the chair. Yeah, word of the day, Micronesia. That's okay, I'm pretty sure the chair prefers the chair. It certainly doesn't prefer me because it audibly protests every time I move. Well, did you know that the dodo birds were pigeons once? What? I hate pigeons because they're creepy and they probably have lice. What? Were the dodo birds pigeons? The dodo was a flightless relative of pigeons and doves. Heh. Well, I hate pigeons. Pigeons are dumb. So therefore, heck off dodos. I'm glad you're extinct. I don't know. Wood pigeons especially, with their creepy little head thing. Little aliens. I mean, you could use someone's back as a chair. I know that's how my siblings and I used to reach stuff. One of us would like bend over like that and form like a step stool, and the other one would step up on the back, and then if we needed to get higher, then we'd go like, hoo. That's how we got into cupboards. You know, teach them teamwork early. Oh! Mr. Not a Hero, thank you so much for subscribing. You are absolutely incredible. Thank you so much. I'll put you on the board. We're putting all subscribers on the board today. Mr. Not a Hero. Okay. Let me make sure whoopsies. I can spell this. I can't spell. He-gow. There we go. Thank you so much. Welcome to the MVP board. How long are you planning on streaming today? I don't know. Like till this hits 2 hours, I think. Oh, I love parrots though. I don't see the benefit of birds. They seem like little jerks. Or at least Australian birds are jerks. Actually, kookaburras are good birds. Cockatoos, bad birds. They're all little demons. They all work for the devil. I was Mr. Ego 1 week ago, but someone was offended, so I changed that as a joke, but now I'm stuck with that for 2 months. No! Oh no. I know someone in my chat changed their name as a joke. And they came back in and I was like, what's with your name? Because it was like similar, and they were like, I changed it accidentally. And I was like, oh no. But 12-hour stream, no, not a 12-hour stream today. The next super long stream I'll do is maybe on my Twitch anniversary, I think. And that'll hopefully be a long stream because I'll do a subathon. It'll be my first ever subathon. And it'll be just to celebrate the first ever stream I did on Twitch. It was unwatchable because the lag was so bad, because I streamed on my old laptop, which could not run a stream to save its life. This was before I figured out streaming on my phone was a thing. 3 people were there, my mum, my aunt, and my first mod, and it was just awful. But nevertheless, it's my stream anniversary. That destroyed my vibe. No. They are jerks. I have 2 cockatoos. They just ruin everything. Like, we have an orange tree, and they come along, they take the orange off the tree, bite 1 hole in it, and throw it on the ground, and do that with every single one, unless we pick them beforehand. Like, what is wrong with them? They just destroy things for the sake of it, to be like, haha, heck you, I'm a cockatoo. They're all little demons. I owned eagles, cockatoos, kookaburras, and emus? Whoa! I mean, most of those birds I have no beef with. The cockatoos, though, they can fight me. They'll probably win because they have wings and claws and stuff. But I'm sure I'll give one a good punch. Oh, that's a cockatoo, yes! What's wrong with them? Oh! You hear them coming, and their whole pack where they're squawking along, and you're like, oh, they're on their way. It's just horrific. crows are super intelligent. I heard a story recently. So I listen to like monotone voices to get to sleep. So I really like the scary story readers like Mr. Nightmare. Let's Read is the one I listen to probably most. And I was listening to Let's Read podcast recently. I set my like Spotify sleep time of like half an hour and then I put it on. There was this story recently about a woman who was walking in the woods and she hurt her leg and then she had a crow that came down and was dancing by her and she thought it was cheering her up. And then later when it was hurting a lot, she was like crying and the crow came down and started like squawking again. And then later she saw like a big predator coming, and when she got home she googled it and it turns out that like crows do that to attract other things, so because they're scavengers, so that they can pick off the bits of the like wounded animal after the main thing has like gobbled it up. And that was like, ah, because it was like totally like Disney movie, like this crow coming to comfort her. No, the crow was like, yum yum, dinner time. Like a 3-year-old child. Yeah, I like the thing where crows, people can like give them shiny things and then they make friends, but at the same time they're like too smart and they'll eat you. They'll be friends for a little bit and they'll trade buttons and stuff, but they'll probably eat you. I don't know. Did you know crows are illegal to own, but military are using crows for surveillance? The birds work for the bourgeoisie. Was that like 2019? I don't remember. A lot of people have a crow as a pet and they say they bring them a lot of gifts. Yeah. So kill this thing so I can eat it, yep. And calling in their crow buddies, be like, this thing's about to drop dead, lads. Let's have a snack. Birds are malicious. We once had a hawk steal one of our chickens. She was one of the fluffy ones. I forgot what they're called. She was like one of those weird fluffy ones. She's called Lulabelle. She was one of our first chickens. This was before we had like an outdoor run where we put like a roof over it because we're like, never again. And one of these hawks was flying around and we heard the chickens going mental. I was in the shower and I heard the chickens going mental. And I came out of the shower and I was like, Mum, Dad, the chickens are going nuts. Like loud enough for me in the shower to be able to hear it. And so we went outside just in time to see a hawk fly down, pick up one of our chickens and fly off with it. We got all the chickens in the chook house, and then we gave them like a roof and stuff, but that had never happened before. We had those chickens for months before that hawk came along. So we had no like issue, and other people had their chickens out too, no issue. Like we have our chickens out sometimes. We let them like, they're free range. They can go wherever they like on their property, but if they're in danger, they can go in their house, you know? But yeah, it was so sad because this was when we first got chickens. We like had 40 chickens at one point, which is insane. And as you saw, we have a couple of baby ones in little eggs in incubators right now, so we're about to have a little chicks hatch. But this was when we had 8 chickens. They all had names. They all had like little personalities. They were like when we first got chickens, and Lulabelle was, I think, like my mum's favorite chicken. And it was just so sad. Hawks will take easy food. They can take a baby deer? That's so sad, no. Hawks must be huge. How big is a baby deer? Like, deers are massive. Look at all the chickens. Oh no. Yeah. You should stream when they hatch. I don't know when they're hatching. I can try. Hopefully, I'll have to ask when they're hatching. I think it's like a couple weeks yet. But when they hatch, I can do a little like, look guys, look at all the chickens. They're so stinky though. Baby chickens are so stinky. Like, they're super cute. They're like little chicken nuggets, but they're so stinky. Why didn't the rooster cross the road? Because it was chicken? That's actually really good. That's better than the whole why did the chicken cross the road. I like that better. I rate that joke higher, I think. 10 out of 10. This is so yummy. One day V will sponsor me. I vow that. At least take a video and put it on YouTube. Yeah. I meant to film some YouTube videos, and I will. I just need to figure out the right spot. Because I have filmed some videos, which are completely unusable, because my microphone picks up my stupid PC whirring. So I'm thinking of filming it with my like camera and doing the audio through my laptop, which is actually decently quiet, with a different background maybe, to stay away from the stupid PC, which makes so much noise. I swear, if I ever get to the point where I have my own office, I'm getting like a really big desk and the PC can go all the way to one end of it, where it doesn't have to whir all the time. It never shuts up. Just shush. Like, my brotees used to call my old laptop the helicopter because it made so much noise. And then he walked in and he was like, you just bought yourself a bigger helicopter. Have I told you how lizards can eat rotten food without being affected to diseases? I don't think you've told me that, but I think I know that. And I think that's one of the reasons why it's really dangerous to get bitten by lizards, like a lace monitor or something. If you get bitten, you'll definitely get an infection, because their mouths are festy. I wish a girl would look at me the way you look at that can. It's so yummy. It'll be fueled by the Zoom juice. Green V is rank, but blue V is where it's at. Yeah. But the chickens that are hatching, I think they are gonna be black and white. Cause the really cool chicken, we call it black and white chicken. And it's the one that will come up outside my windowsill and like squawk and whatever. But it's our favourite, and so we're gonna get a whole bunch more of them. I think they're Aracanas. I think that's the, I was supposed to say, that's the brand. That's the type? What is it within a species? Breed. That's the breed. There we go. That's the breed. Replace your PC fans. I can't afford to replace stuff yet. But for now it's okay. Plus, I'm scared of opening it up, even to dust it. Like, I know I need to dust in there eventually, but there's this sticker at the back that says, if this seal is broken, you void warranty. And I'm like, I don't want to void warranty to dust. So that's a little stressful. But I know at some point I'm going to need to dust. And I know that I'm going to need to open it up if I want to add new components. But I really don't want to void my warranty, you know? Like, they're almost silent. I'll keep that in mind. But yeah, these things are so flipping loud. Especially the last couple of days, they've been like, bah! And I'm like, could you just shh. You've been extra loud. It just wants attention. Roger wants attention. Break it. No. I can't break the seal, I'm scared. What if something goes wrong and then I'm like $3 grand down the drain, you know? Rules are meant to be broken. Well, I was talking to my mom and I was like, I need to dust, but if I break the seal, and she's like, don't break your warranty. And I was like, okay, no breaking the warranty. If you need help upgrading stuff, ask me and I can go through replacing it with you. Yeah, I want to maybe get some, like, you know, when I get a capture card, I want to get one that actually slots in instead of one that has a wire and sits on the desk, because I already have too many cables, too many wires everywhere. Although my dad did buy me some Velcro cable ties recently, so I can start neatening up some of the mess that I have here, because cable management is my strong point. Keep the warranty, but after that, when you upgrade, replace the fans. Yeah. That's why I build my PCs, get individual warranties for the parts. That's pretty smart. Yeah, I just knew that, like, I was not educated in PCs enough to be able to build it myself, and it would have taken a lot of research, and I didn't think I had, like, the money or the time, so I was like, let me just get a base. And I think that was the right decision, to just get myself a nice starter PC. It works. I can run games on it, I can stream with it. The only issue was the internet. Sure, one day if things go well, I'll definitely want to upgrade. One day I'll probably, you know, have to upgrade anyway, because this thing's going to get old. But I think just getting myself a starter PC was the right decision. Yeah, I have one that slots in. I built the one I'm using now. Yeah, so many people good at building stuff, but I was like, I'm not, so this is what we're gonna go with right now. Building is pretty easy now with YouTube, yeah. But I didn't know where to get parts from, I didn't know how to source things, so I was like, it's easier to just go to Harvey Norman and be like, gimme. At least you know more about warranties for your upgrades. You were stressed enough about spending that amount of cash on the purchase day. Yeah, I almost passed out. I had to sit down because when they told me the price, and I was like, that empties my entire bank account. Like, streaming for me was the biggest investment I have ever made in my life. Like, I know a lot of people already had the PCs, you know, like their parents might have bought it for them beforehand. I didn't have any of this stuff, and so I emptied my entire bank account for streaming. It was the biggest investment I ever made, and I was sitting there and they told me the price. It was like $3,200, and I just like sat down. I was like, well, now you have a car and a home payment. Look at it. Yeah, look. I know in the grand scheme of things, like, $3,000 is not the most money I'll spend at one point. I know that there's home loans and car loans and whatever, and you've got to pay deposits. But, you know, for this stage in my life, this was the biggest purchase I've ever made. And it was scary, you know. It's a big chunk of your thing, and my throat hurts. So I'm gonna drink actual water. I think, like, this is good, but I think it's drying out my throat every time I sip it, and I'm like, ow, 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 ow. Ooh, dang it. Welcome to adulting, it sucks. Wouldn't be able to do that at once. I had to get all the parts bit by bit, yeah. Well, the best part was that I used streaming to fund streaming. So, like, donations and subs and stuff paid for the stuff, which was super cool. Which some people in my real life were mad at. Like, one person, careful, I'm terrible. One person I know basically insinuated to me that the only reason that I, like, could get a PC was because I was a girl on the internet. And I was like, sure. mean, joke's on them, it's not going to ding this time, so I can keep talking and no repercussions for me. It's not ruining my stream labs, it's going to go bing, 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 nah. What was I saying? Gosh dang it, hold up. Yeah. I was like, there are examples, like, look at Amaranth. You know, some people just are girls on the internet, and they get paid for that. But I think in the vast majority of cases, you like the hair today? Thank you! I'm like a little dinosaur. That's what I'm going for. I like your stories, thank you. What's going on? I'm scared. Bot raid. Just ignore them. Please, Matisse alone. Leave Matisse alone. We don't want to lose her. Oh. How's the future? The future's pretty cold, actually. Hopefully it's gonna warm up in the next coming months, because I'm sick of my toes being cold. But yeah, like, I think for the vast majority of girls on Twitch, it is not like an Amaranth situation. Like, it takes a lot of effort to get where you are. And for people like that dude to just insinuate that, like, you just exist and people throw money at you, that's not what it is. You also have to at least make an attempt to be entertaining. Like, if I just sat here, it's not gonna work, you know? Oh, what the bot mania, I appreciate your smile, thank you. It's not gonna work. So, like, yeah, there are a couple of people in my real life that were like, I've been saving up for a PC forever and I've been collecting bit by bit and you just got it because you're a girl. And I'm like, I got it because 3 times a week I streamed for 4 hours for like 6 months in a row. You know? Like, I worked hard to get where I was. It wasn't just like, oh, I started streaming, here you go. No. It's more like, you know, I spent hours and hours working towards it. It's a crazy amount of bots. Like 800 bots. Yeah, it's definitely a follow bot because 800 people did not just follow me. Oh! 1,000 people did not just follow me. So yeah. That's fun. I mean, they ain't ruining anything. Because I don't have my, like... If this was a PC stream, the stream would be destroyed. I'd have to stop streaming. But I'm on my phone, so haha, suckers. What you gonna do? What you gonna do about it? I'm just like, this is the most bots I've ever gotten. It's really fascinating. We're almost at 1,500 bots. Have you ever seen Platypus IRL? Are they very friendly or are they scared of you? I have not seen them like in the wild. I have seen them in zoos and I don't really remember. So I'd assume they're scared of you, but I don't really know. Like, they're not like all around. So I can't remember any time where I would have just seen a platypus. Most little animals are scared of you. So we have an echidna that sometimes comes around our property, and the echidna is scared of you. She'll burrow herself into a little hole until we go away. But she's super cute to look at. Kangaroos, like the little ones, you can sometimes go up and pat them depending on how they feel. If you approach them slowly, sometimes they'll run away, sometimes they'll like love hanging out and let you pat them. But I think most animals are kind of scared of you. But I haven't actually seen like a platypus in the wild. Those are pretty hard to spot. Like wombats. You don't often see them in the wild because they like their burrows, but like if you're going along bushwalk and you see square turds, you know a wombat is kind of around nearby. But yeah. Suckers! That person just said that because you're a girl is a bad friend. Yeah, he's also the one that said, like, I try too hard for the wrong reasons and I'm, like, incredibly insecure person. And I was like, good stuff. Good stuff, man. Thanks for that. You're not hurting my feelings at all. Are you very scared to go hiking in Australia because there's many dangerous animals there? No. Not at all, really. I'm completely fine. Not stressed at all. Like, I've been bitten by things in the bush. I've been bitten by, like, big bull ants. They're, like, that long. We have a couple around our property. Most of my family are allergic to them and get these massive welts, but they just kind of hurt me and I swat them off. I've had a few spider bites, so I don't know, I've shown you guys spider bites on my face before, because, you know, you go to sleep and wake up with a spider bite. But there was one, I got it like here, and it was like, it swelled up to like the size of an egg on my arm. It was one of those ones where my mum drew a circle so she could see if it was expanding. But I've been bitten a few times by spiders and stuff, but like snakes, if you step loudly enough, they'll go away. Like, we even go like scorpion hunting at night. You get out a UV torch and you can shine them around and find some little scorpions, pick them up by the tail, they won't sting you. So not really, no. Like, we went on last scorpion hunt we went on, we came across 2 brown snakes. But, like, if you jump a few times, they get scared from the vibrations and rack themselves off. But no, I think Australians are genuinely more afraid of disease than they are, the animals, because you grow up with them. It's fine. Like, there's even a jellyfish in the ocean, and Australians love the beach, love the ocean. But there's even a jellyfish in the ocean that is like so potent that it will make you want to slip and slide yourself, because the pain just is so intense and doesn't go away. But we're still like, hey, you know, whatever. So, you know, like, we're all in lockdown right now because of a disease, but the animals, no scare. Now, let me go back, sorry. I loved hiking, did Duke of Ed in school, just did bronze and silver though. I did bronze and silver Duke of Ed as well. I didn't do gold because it was during year 12 and I wanted to focus on my studies, and they were spending like 2 weeks in New Zealand. I do have a medal for Duke of Ed though, because I was one of the top bronze people. So I went to this special Duke of Ed thing at the Powerhouse Museum where we met the Prince. I was in the newspaper because our team won trivia, and so we got a photo in the paper with the Prince / the actual Duke of Edinburgh. And it was pretty cool. I was on a trivia team with his personal policeman. He was a funny guy. And we all got like little medals for that. I don't think it's in here, but it might be. I frankly have no idea. It could also just be in my roof. I'm not sure. Oh wait, here it is. I actually do have it here. So this is my Duke of Edinburgh medal. So here's my medal. And on the back, it's got a little inscription. It says, the Duke of Edinburgh International Award Australian, 1962 to 2012. It says, commemorating the visit of HRH, the Prince Edward, Earl of Wessex, 2014. So 2014, I got this medal for the Duke of Edinburgh. And yeah, it lives in my drawer now because it's such an important thing to me. Looks nice. Yeah. So there's that. I went hiking and met a prince. So yeah, I have a medal from the royal family. You should keep it shown. I used to, but there's not many places to actually like put that. Dude, that's cool. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I like the newspaper clipping is also somewhere in the house, but I don't remember where it is. I think it's like in a drawer or something. But it's like a picture of little me. Maybe if I Google Prince 2014. Let's see if there's probably not an online newspaper article. Visit to Sydney, to visit Sydney. Nah. There's no pictures online, it was just the newspaper. But the newspaper clipping is somewhere. I don't know where though. And stingrays. Yeah, we've seen stingrays before. I picked up a, I don't think I personally have picked up a scorpion because I've been too scared. But all of my brothers have and my dad has. But I hold the scorpion bucket. So I'll hold the bucket and they'll find a scorpion and run up and put it in the bucket. I like making little habitats. So I loved doing that as a kid. I would always make like little theme parks for bugs, and then I'd go look under rocks, collect a couple of bugs and put them in my little theme parks. So whenever we go scorpion hunting, we they like to collect them. I like to find the best stick that they would like to hide in, and like I'll walk along and be like, ooh, that's a lovely stick, they'd love that stick. So I really like making little habitats and things. I think that's super cute. But yeah, if you go to the beach, there are often stingrays. A couple have swum past my legs before. Like, they're really not that shy. The really big ones, I've seen a couple of those. We didn't go in the water for those because they're the ones with actual barbs. But just like the little numb rays and stuff like that, where they don't barb you, they just sting you a little bit. No issue with those. They just chill. They're not bad at all. But I wouldn't go swimming with like the Steve Irwin level ones, you know? You might get a lot if you sell that on eBay. I don't really want to sell it on eBay, you know? Like, I don't keep it out like, ooh, look at me, I have an award from the royal family. But at the same time, like, I don't want to sell it. It's a cool piece of like my personal history, and like I brought it out to show you guys, and I think like, you know, I think it's pretty cool. It validates my claims. I don't know, I like it. I don't want to get rid of it. Why are you putting the scorpions in a bucket? To take them home and put them in a different habitat where we feed them and stuff. Just like a couple of them, not like 20. We just like find 3 scorpions. New pet! Is that just a little no thanks? Hell no, keep that forever. Yes! Thank you. It looks so cool, yes. Yes it does. About 3,000 follow bots. That's definitely a record. It's a valuable personal memorabilia and it'll be a worthy mention in your resume when you apply for a job. I don't know. I don't think anyone cares that much that I got a thing when I was 14 years old. Miss Popular, I know. Botted to non-existence. I'm just glad I streamed on my phone, dang. It's crazy. I don't know if this No, more bots again because they're following too fast. I was like, I saw another one and I was like, is that a no? It's happening again. Like, what's it gonna get to? I don't even know. Nutso. I suppose. I just know, like, people actually did say that they don't care about you doing Duke of Ed as a child, and I was like, look, makes sense. But yeah, no. Alright, let me... check up on that. I can put the TAFE on my resume when I'm finished. Nice! There are probably things I could put on my resume, but I did them ages ago. Like when I was in year 12, I did like a uni course at the same time. Not like a degree, just a course. Because that would give me, I don't know, not extra credit exactly, but it would put me at a higher consideration than other people for the particular uni I was going to. So like if you do their course while you do year 12, then, you know, they're more likely to let you in. So I did do a uni course during year 12, and that would probably be pretty impressive back when I was doing stuff, but I decided to open my own business instead and then get pummeled by the world situation. But you know, what can you do? Hey, how's it going? Welcome. How have you been? I am streaming for the second time in under 24 hours. And here we are, really. Yeah. That's what's going on. I streamed right before bed. I went to sleep. I woke up and I started streaming again. Actually, let me tell you, this entire outfit I'm wearing, not bad. It's cute. But this entire thing was in that, like, pile on the end of your bed of clothes that you wore yesterday. So, this is what I wore yesterday before I streamed. When I streamed, I got into cozier clothes. But, yeah. I was that tired this morning that I was like, good enough. So, yeah. That's where I'm at. You must stream, no matter if you wear yesterday's clothes or not. People don't care, but these things have validity in where companies see employees. Oh yeah. I forgot, are you doing TAFE uni this year? I'm doing uni. Doing my masters currently. I'm in my second semester of my masters. It's a hellish experience and I hate every second. I wish I just became like a makeup artist or something. I hate what I'm doing so much. That's why, like, a small part of me hopes that this works out for me. And I can make a living doing this for a while. And then once this goes kaput, because I get old and ugly, then I can go into teaching and use what my master's is actually for. Right, I have an appointment, but I'll be working. Thank you so much for stopping by. Hope your appointment goes well. Thank you for streaming for us. Masters in what? Masters in teaching, like secondary teaching. I did a Bachelor of Ancient History. I wanted to do a Masters of Research and get a PhD. I still might go back and do a Masters of Research, I still would love to get my PhD, but I really needed a break because history was super intense. They were making a lot of adjustments because they wanted to push people out of humanities. Because, I don't know, they're like, it's more expensive to do a history degree than it is to do a science degree currently, because they want people to do more valuable jobs. And I needed a break because they were making it a lot of work to try and do it. But I'd still love to do an MRes and get my PhD eventually. But yeah, I just needed a break for a little while. But I don't really want to be a teacher. What I'm hoping for would be to one day work in like museum education. But yeah. So I did a Masters of Teaching with more like the history aspect. But you know, still hoping to get my PhD one day. I know, I'm an idiot, but I'm a smart idiot. Like, I don't got street smarts, but I got the other one. So yes, I will get a PhD one day. But no street smarts. Who needs that? Okay, you put a sound alert. We are streaming on our phone today. I can do that though. Hey, listen! It's still so bad. It's still so bad. I think it's higher. Hey, listen! But that is so bad. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna have to listen to that over and over again until I can mimic it. If you teach, you can still do that online. Yeah. I'm liking TAFE online PC building and repair. Isn't that hard? That's good. It'll pay off your masters. We believe in you. Thanks. It's so boring, and I'm so miserable doing it. But I'm almost halfway there, you know. So it's okay. It's only a 2-year degree. I've already done a 3-year degree, so it can't be that hard. The funny thing is, I was supposed to have my graduation ceremony for my first degree, for my undergraduate, at the end of this year. I got an email at the beginning of this year saying, you know, there are delays in graduation, so you'll be graduating at the end of this year. And I was like, okay, whatever. But they still haven't contacted me, and I know we can't have a graduation ceremony, so I swear, by the time it's like I graduate from my masters, I'm gonna graduate from my undergrad at like the same time. I'm doing a PhD in engineering, I understand you. Yeah. I think it would be, like, what I always said when I first wanted to get my PhD was, like, I think it would be so epic to just be like, have someone be like, Mrs. and be like, a doctor. Even though I know, not a doctor, but it's fancy. But yeah, we'll see. I don't know where life goes right now. I had a very distinct plan all through school. Like, my school was like very set out. This is gonna happen, this is gonna happen. And so much has not gone to plan, that I'm at the point where I'm like, you know what? We'll see where things go. We'll see. Hey, bye, Viper. So yeah, that's where we're at. We'll see. We'll see where things go. Getting a PhD for the joke feels very tease. Yeah. It's gonna be the most ridiculous thing I ever do. Getting a PhD. Because you don't need a PhD. You don't. But, you know, if it's a personal goal, go for it. Yeah, 5 and more years with lesser money won't be worth it. Think about it. Yeah. It's a lot. But I'm technically already almost done 5 years of uni. I did a 3-year undergraduate. This is my 4th year of uni. And you know, if I go back and do other degrees, it'll be like part-time. So if I do an MRes, I won't be a full-time student. I'll do like part-time and probably finish it in like twice the amount of time instead of bash it out. So college application, why do you want to do a PhD? For the memes. You know, I'm sure like the PhD supervisor would be like, you know what? Great answer, you're in. But I'm also sure that they're like, look, you're an alumni, you've given us thousands of dollars already. What's a little more? You give us more of your money, that's fine. Just give us more money. It'll be worth it. Come on, hand it over. Memes IRL. I just meme my entire life just so that I can write doctor on a form. I should have gone to medical school. Then I would have at least been respectable. Instead I muck around on the internet and complain about the actual degree I'm doing. It's so boring though. It's so bad. But I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Just gotta get all my stupid assignments done. Because, you know what I did like about history? In history, they gave you a bunch of assignments, like an excessive amount of assignments, and that sucked because you were constantly typing. But at the same time, they'd all be like 20%, 40%, 10% assignments, and so if you mucked one up, no big deal. But in masters, like in the education stuff, you have 2 assignments for a subject. They're both worth 50%, and that is horrific. That is just disgusting. I hate that. Sure, there's less assignments to do overall, but if you muck one up, you're screwed. I hate it so much. Just give me an excessive amount of assignments like history, okay? I don't like it. Worth the title? It won't be worth the title, It's a fair point. Are there any doctors on this train? Raises hand. Are there any medical doctors on this train? Puts hand down. I have a slight first aid certificate. That's about it. Actually, I probably need to renew my first aid certificate. I think. I don't know how long they're valid for. Probably do, though. I did have a valid first aid certificate. Oopsies. And, you know, my aunt's a nurse, so I'll call her up and be like, hello, my leg's fallen off. What should I do? I require assistance, please and thank you. Wowee. Just over 3,000 follow bots. That is an absolute new record. I'm gonna go have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for stopping by. Have an absolutely wonderful day yourself. It has been wonderful having you. Alright. What's your specialist area of history, the one you're most interested in? So you had to pick a direction, so you could go Egypt and the Near East or Greece and Rome, and I went Greece and Rome just because you were going to have to go on a dig, and I didn't really feel comfortable going to the Middle East at that time. But in the end, I never got to go on a dig because the final year of my degree was last year, and we weren't allowed to go anywhere, so I never got to go and do my dig in Greece. Which was like the pinnacle of our degree, was you do your degree and you go on an archaeological dig in your chosen country. And I never got to go to Greece. But so within Greece and Rome, I focused on Greece, and specifically Bronze Age Greece, so like the Minoan era specifically, with no decipherable language. It's a lot of looking at art and architecture to decipher what happened. A lot of using physical evidence instead because you can't use the written evidence, which interests me a lot. So I found that super interesting. I also did, what is it? Macedonian history. I loved that. But I definitely, like, I did a couple of Roman units, but I definitely focused mostly on Bronze Age Greece. I did, like, classical Greece as well. Like, I did classical Greek language, as well as Latin, but most of the subjects I did were Bronze Age Greece, and, you know, I really like the deciphering art and stuff and seeing, like, what that kind of tells us about the society. So, like, Thera, for example, has art where it shows different flora and fauna on different islands. So one of the things has like 2 islands and there's different animals and there's boats going across, which tells you that there were like trade routes. Because, you know, you go back to like Bronze Age, you can't see the language, but through that you can see that there's clearly 2 different islands because they have different animals on there. And you can see different types of boats, so some of them look to be more trade boats, some of them look like they might have a royal person on it. And also looking at pottery distribution throughout the ancient world. So there is like one type of pottery that was specific to this one area of Bronze Age Greece, and then it was also found over in Italy. So, you know, that clearly sees that if you look at different aspects of the pottery of Bronze Age Greece, you can see that there clearly were trade routes. So I really like it because, you know, if you go to classical Greece, you have written down things, you have like records of everything that was traded between people, and it's really interesting, it's very cool, you have records of the wars and stuff, but it's a lot more effort and like you have to know a lot more to be able to decipher stuff about Bronze Age Greece. Rip chat, I know, I'm just gonna keep talking, basically. So I really like Herodotus. He's probably my favourite historian. People rag on him because he puts a lot of crazy stuff in his books. But the thing is, he says that he doesn't believe everything he puts in. What he does is he takes oral histories from everyone he comes across and puts them in. Some of the histories will conflict, that's okay. He writes what he hears. It's not subjective, clearly. It is the opinions of people throughout the world, and I love that. But at the same time, I also love the places where you don't have that language to rely on and you really need to like think about what's there, and you need to like have a look at the art and be like, is this something that actually happened? Or is this a representation? For example, in Minoan society, there's something called bull leaping, where they have these mosaics and frescoes of people leaping over bulls in this like acrobatic presentation. But there's a lot of debate of whether is that something that actually happened, or because bull iconography is so important in Minoan society, is that just like a representation of how they wanted to be? Did they want to be seen as people that could conquer this giant beast, and the power of the bull would not outweigh the power of that nation? Or potentially, is bull leaping a real thing? So that was a big focus, is like the representations and iconography that you see in the art, representations of what actually happened, and without the decipherable language, you don't know that, and it takes a lot of looking into other sources and cross-referencing with other remains to try and figure out what exactly happened, and we still don't know, and that's why it's so interesting, because it's a lot of attempting to understand these tiny details. And yeah, so there you go for, there's a mini lecture for you to show that I'm not as much of an idiot as I seem. I was drawn to British imperial history because UK schools don't really cover it. They do the slave trade and the founding of America, but that's the closest it gets. They mainly stick to Tudor history of the English Civil War. Yeah, that's interesting. Currently, I've been drawn to more like UK kind of Irish, Scottish, that like medieval history-ish stuff, because what I'm kind of interested in like right now is that Australia's great and Australia has a culture, but like colonizing another place, there's like not only I suppose a loss of culture for the people that get taken over, but there's a loss of culture for the people who like immigrate there. So like I was born here, my grandparents were born here, and I don't know anything like about the people before that. And so like I know where I come from, but I don't really have that sense of like, you know, what happened. So I'm really been interested in like, you know, that European kind of UK area, because all of that is where I'm from, like a white soup. And I'm really interested in hearing like the folklore and stuff, because I don't know it, and I would love to know kind of the beliefs and folklore of where I came from, you know? Streamlabs doesn't even matter, I love these stories, that's good to hear! I got something I need to send to you? Yes, how would you like to do that? You can whisper it to me here, you can send it to me by another means. Discord is also a thing, I don't know. A whisper? Yeah, sure, whisper it to me. Chat is kind of dead, because we've had almost 4,000 follow bots today. It's a new record, and I've just been giving people basically a history lecture. It's been great. Dust. Go away. Oh wow. That is a lot. Thank you so much. Alright, thank you so much. Yeah, it's... People really helping me out here. It's so insane. Like, I wish I could ban every single one of them. But, like, 4,000. That's an awful lot. That's more than I'm capable of banning. You were being hate-rated? Someone with no life? Yeah, like, I don't know why people hate me. What have I even done? Turn your stream off and start banning them? I will, once I finish stream. I'm gonna go until I finish, and then I will get rid of that. What did I ever do? I haven't done anything to anyone. I'm a simple idiot on the internet that apparently gets into academic stuff when bots come. But like, for real. That's so bad. Yeah. Well, okay. I'm so sorry. I don't even know, like, we gained a good number of followers today before the bots, but I won't know how many there were, which is kind of disappointing, but that's okay. Don't know if you want to raid because of the bots. Maybe I should just end instead of ruining someone else's day. I wonder who it is in chat. If you are the bot raider, raise your hand. I'm minding my own business. Hopefully they'll come back. I'm not hurting anybody. I'm simply talking about history. You want to see some cool history books? Hold up. Let me take you with me. We're gonna have to step around some, my photography stand is here. So is my flipping dirty clothes basket, ignore that. And my sewing stuff and my wig styling head. A lot of my business stuff is here. We're gonna ignore that. But here we are. Around here. If you want some good history books, I have them for you. Herodotus, mad lad, excellent dude, 10 out of 10. I mean, the real people that followed today that you probably ban, hopefully they will come back. Yeah. Okay. This is excellent. People hate Herodotus for some reason. I think he's incredible. You know what? This can move too. You're racking me off. 1 second. Ew. Ignore my dirty clothes that I have there. I'm trying to move stuff. Alright. Go away. I'm very busy. Ugh. Good enough for now. Alright. Herodotus is a mad lad. This is my history section. It's very entertaining. Okay. Also, this one's pretty good. This one has the world's gruesome history. It's like horrible histories for adults. It tells you all the gross stuff that happened in history. So if you find history very dry, but want some fun stories, this one is super good. Got Latin crossword puzzles. The Greek myths. This one is a good book. Like, you can read this as an actual book. It's not like a dry history book. It's like, it reads like a story. You can't even see the comments. I love that book. It is good. So this one reads like a story. I have a Converse bookmark. Roman Lives is a must-have if you're doing academic stuff. It is very dry though and very boring. Appian Civil Wars, also important. I have Greek, English, New Testament. I have Gibbon, Rise and Fall of the Roman Empire. Very important if you're doing Rome stuff. Very boring. Odyssey and the Iliad. Weird. Must-haves, but it's easier to read them in like paraphrased than actual like straight up like that. World History in Minutes. This is super cute. I haven't read through this whole thing because time, but like every page is a tiny little bit of history. I mean, it's gonna take you more than just minutes to finish this, maybe like an hour, but that is a super cute little book. As is Micropedia, World History. I like the other one better. This one is more like, I don't know, old, and old things can be really dry. Down here I have a history of England, and each massive book goes through different parts of the 18th century, Tudors, Stuarts, Saxons, medieval, Middle Ages. That's pretty cool. What do I have there? Encyclopedias. Oh, the Bull of Minos. That's really helpful actually. I didn't know I had that. Latin grammar book. I have a lot of books. There's my historical atlas. There's a textbook. I have more Egyptian mummies. That one's good. I have a lot of history books. Moving up here, I have more history books. So there's some of my archaeology books. By the Spear and Alexander the Great. Both written by Ian Worthington, which is a really mean professor. He's the one with the lazy eye that likes insane clown posse. All textbooks. A Latin dictionary. There's Myth in the Ancient World. This is by Ian Plant. An absolute mad lad. 10 out of 10 bloke. Alright, textbook. There's one really good textbook, but I don't know where it is. Like, it's not like a textbook, it's just like a history book. And I have no clue where it is. But there's like a really good one somewhere. I don't know. But those are some good ones. Some like must-have kind of books. Not that anyone is like thinking exactly about studying history or whatnot. I'm just talking out of my backside. But yeah, that's what I do. Did, I suppose. Now I don't use any textbooks except children textbooks because I make stuff for them. But I did really enjoy doing a history degree, and I kind of miss it because it's very different. Doing masters is very different to doing my undergrad because I really enjoyed that, and now I'm doing a degree I don't enjoy. The assignments take so much longer because I get so distracted so easily. I am typing and then I'm like, instead of just being able to bash it out. So I definitely find that stuff is going so much slower. History professors being described as mad lads. Yeah, they are mad lads. I might go have lunch, so I'm gonna be AFK. Alright, thank you so much for being here. Have a wonderful lunch. Hey, you okay? Just making sure you are after getting all those bots. I've gotten quite a few bot raids in the time I've been on here. This one I'm most okay. The last couple I was streaming on my PC. The only reason I wasn't streaming on my PC today was because my brothers are doing school and the internet probably wouldn't handle me streaming as well. So I was like, I'm gonna stream on my phone this morning. So it wasn't as disruptive. It's usually a lot worse because it breaks my Streamlabs alert box, and